Yes, you may step down. And defense, you may call your final witness.
The defense calls Jordan James to the stand. May I proceed?
Yes, you may.
Please introduce yourself to the court.
Hi there, I'm Jordan James.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a bartender, but I really want to be a singer. I'm waiting to be discovered.
Where do you work as a bartender?
I work at Chuggy's Bar and Lounge. The manager there is great. On Friday nights, he lets me open up for the main act.
I'd like to talk to you about one Friday night in particular, September 24th of 2010. Do you remember what happened that night?
Of course I do.
Why do you remember it so well?
That was the night that I opened for a really popular band, Chatterbox. The bar was packed with studio managers. I figured it'd be my big break. That was about a year ago. I think they're gonna call.
Was Miss Danielle Dawson at Chuggy's that night?
She was. Danny came in a little after I did.
Well, you called her Danny. Do you know Miss Dawson?
Of course I do. Girl's a regular.
I'd like to talk to you specifically about how much Miss Dawson drank that night. What was she doing when she came to the bar?
Nothing unusual. Listening to some music, having a few drinks, flirting with some boys.
When did she arrive at Chuggy's?
I had the lunch shift, so I got there around noon, and Danny came in a little after.
Do you know how many drinks she ordered that night?
I do. They're on her receipts.
Let the record reflect I'm showing opposing counsel what has been pre-marked as defense exhibits A and B. May I approach the witness with the same?
Yes, you may.
Do you recognize what I just handed you?
I do. These look like the receipts that I gave Danny on September 24th.
Are those receipts made in the regular course of business at Chuggy's?
Yes, they are. My manager's big on paperwork. Every plate of nachos, every soda refill, every drink goes on the receipt.
On that night, who was entering the information into the computer?
Well, I was. I was the only bartender working that night, so I was in charge of looking over everyone's receipts.
Do those receipts appear to be fair and accurate copies of their originals?
They looked just like the ones I gave Danny that night.
At this time, defense offers exhibits A and B into evidence.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
They will be received.
Taking a look at those receipts, how many drinks did Miss Dawson order that night?
Let me count. Looks like we've got 7 sodas and 19 drinks. Those are drinks with alcohol.
Focusing on those drinks that contain alcohol, do you know how many of those Miss Dawson actually consumed?
As a matter of fact, I do. I know Danny didn't have all these drinks.
Well, how do you know that?
Whenever a cute guy came into the bar, Danny would always have me send a drink his way.
Well, how many of the drinks that she ordered did she send to someone else?
See, I'd say about half. There were a lot of cute guys that night.
What about the other half? The half that were actually sent to Miss Dawson's table. Did you see how many of those she drank?
Sure, she had a couple beers. She had a screwdriver that has vodka, a tequila sunrise that has tequila, and I'd say that's about 6.
Over what period of time did you see Miss Dawson have these drinks?
Like I said, I got there around noon. She came in an hour after, left around 1 in the morning. Say she had 6 drinks in 12 hours.
Thank you. No further question, Your Honor. May I approach the witness and tender the exhibits to the bench?
Yes.